Lionel Starkweather, also known as the director, is a major character and the main antagonist of Rockstar Games' Manhunt.
Now only you can hear me, and that's the way you're gonna want it, because I'm your only way out of here.
The twisted mastermind behind the whole scenario, the director communicates to James Earl Cash through an earpiece until Cash kills the White Rabbit. He tells Cash where to go, and sometimes gives instructions on performing certain special tasks.
There's a nail gun in that trailer. We can stand the smell.
Starkweather's personality is ultimately that of a perverted and immature psychopath who is utterly devoid of any form of moral compass, empathy, or remorse. He is very impatient and shows absolutely no regards towards anyone's death. He gets very excited after Cash kills a hunter, and becomes annoyed to the point of throwing childish tantrums if Cash waits around too long.
Move, you hairy ass!
He is also shown to be manipulative and dishonest, as Starkweather promised to release Cash if he participated in his snuff films. However, in reality, he was planning to have Cash murdered by the Smileys. Another example is after Cash rescues his family members, Starkweather heartlessly orders the Innocents to execute one of his relatives.
You must understand, Cash. I could never let them go. Where were your family when you were facing your final moments in the chamber anyway? You've left your old life, your old self behind. I'm all the family you need now.
Starkweather is not only motivated by his sadistic and hedonistic impulses, but his own psychotic beliefs as well. Although he's producing snuff films for the black market, Starkweather still views himself as a great director and artist. Many of his quotes praising Cash's executions revolve around a delusional belief that he will make him a star, and bragging that Cash will turn the slash world on its head. Despite all the countless indirect murders he's committed, Starkweather ultimately proves himself to be a coward. He relies on Ramirez or the Cerberus into doing his dirty work for him, while hiding in a secure mansion. When Starkweather is confronted by Cash at the end of Manhunt, he attempts to kill him with a revolver. However, Starkweather resorts to running away, and futilely attempts to negotiate with Cash into sparing his life after he runs out of ammo.
Cash, I made you!
Although the director seems to hold all the hunters he employs in low regard and regularly insults them, he seems to reserve particular disdain for the Skins. He appears to be disgusted with their overt racism, referring to them as dumbass supremacists, stating they are always blaming others for their inadequacies.
These Skins are boring me, dumbass supremacist bastards. Always blaming others for their inadequacies. Butcher them, Cash. Cut them up. Beat them down and choke the fucking life out of them.
Lionel Starkweather was once a successful Vinewood film director until his movie started to flop badly and his career was finished. Later, he moved to Carcer City and developed an obsession towards morbid acts of violence. Soon, Starkweather began producing underground pornography and snuff films, which he sold to certain Japanese businessmen. His newfound success made Starkweather very rich, allowing him to open an illegal company named Valiant Video Enterprises. Eventually, Starkweather began working with various criminals and hired local psychopaths, including Ramirez, to serve him. Starkweather also employed a group of mercenaries known as the Cerberus to serve as his personal bodyguards. At some point, Starkweather exacted his revenge on those who ruined his career by filming their murders in a video collection he entitled Director's Cut. Starkweather began paying off the CCPD police chief Gary Schaefer, allowing him absolute control over Carcer City and all the gangs participating in his snuff films. At one point, he purchased a mansion, which was designed by the Las Venturas Planning Department and built in Wapona Hills. With all this power, Starkweather remained isolated in his mansion, watching everything through security cameras and paying people to do all his dirty work.
Hey, tough guy, wake up. You're not dead. Well, not yet, anyway.
At some point, a journalist discovered Starkweather's snuff film ring and began gathering evidence against him. Meanwhile, Starkweather found out about James Earl Cash and decided to direct a movie starring him. In doing so, he bribes the police and prison officials into releasing Cash from death row.
You're getting a second chance. Another throw of the dice. As far as the world is concerned, you died back in the chamber. Justice was served. James Earl Cash is rotting in hell. Hey, get a grip and calm down. You're probably suffering from shock and I'm here to help. Pick up the ears. Put it on. Go on. That's better. Now only you can hear me. And that's the way you're gonna want it, because I'm your only way out of here.
Cash is given an earpiece so Starkweather can talk to him and instructs him to perform various tasks, while Starkweather watches and films it through security cameras. He also has many sections of the city blocked off by electric fences, which he can open once Cash has completed the task. He has the Cerberus transport Cash to each location, while Ramirez organizes the hunters.
Now fucking move!
Hold up, Cash. You and your family weren't exactly close, am I right? It's just that I thought it would be nice to have a surprise reunion. But these war dogs didn't see it my way, and they've taken matters into their own hands. They're using them as bait, Cash. Bait! I know! I can hardly believe it myself. Each time they spot you, these war dogs are going to execute one of your beloved family.
He soon has Cash's family kidnapped for him to rescue. Regardless of doing so, Starkweather still has at least one of Cash's family members killed anyway, and shows the footage to Cash, enraging him.
Where were your family when you were facing your final moments in the chamber anyway?
Nearing the end of the film, Cash is set to die, but he manages to fight back and escapes. Starkweather even orders Ramirez to stop Cash, but Ramirez himself is ultimately killed. He then, as the corrupt police chief Gary Schaefer, send police forces after Cash and the journalist. Cash soon breaks into Starkweather's estate and kills the Cerberus guarding the compound. After an intense fight with Piggsy, Cash grabs Piggsy's chainsaw and enters Starkweather's office as he attempts to defend himself with a revolver, but fails. Starkweather pleads for his life and tells Cash, "I made you." Cash finally brutally murders him with the chainsaw, disemboweling him before sinking it into his head.
Cash, I made you!
Acclaimed movie maker Lionel Starkweather has been found dead today, along with several of his bodyguards, at his estate at the Wapona Hills residential district. In what investigators are calling a bloody vendetta, an unknown assailant infiltrated the compound, killing Starkweather, but more interestingly, leading police to the site of a snuff film ring being run from the estate's confines. Linked to this ring is Carcer City's own police chief, Gary Schaefer, whose lawyer stated that he intends to plead not guilty.
Mr. Nasty is the name given to a mysterious unseen character mentioned in the Valiant Video Enterprise Winter-Spring catalog, which is the instruction manual for Manhunt. Mr. Nasty is the anonymous face of Starkweather's film business, and is believed to be the main villain behind the game's events. Although he's only mentioned and pictured in the game's instruction manual, Mr. Nasty is the financial backer and producer of the Snuff film ring, under Valiant Video Enterprises. He sells all manner of things, from gimp masks to snuff movies from the hunts. In the game manual, references to Mr. Nasty are accompanied by a picture of a man in a Skins hockey mask who appears in the game's cover art. Though it's unknown if this is actually him or not, it's safe to assume. The fate of Mr. Nasty is left ambiguous, while the manual and website show the snuff ring is active and thriving. With the death of Starkweather and the outing of Gary Schaefer, it seems as though Mr. Nasty was caught and prosecuted, while the snuff empire collapsed. However, it's equally as likely that Mr. Nasty was able to escape public scrutiny and continue his criminal activities.
Kill the camera.
Piggsy!
What was that? Go check it out. Maybe it is your day. Shit. Support. Repeat. Ascendant. Oh shit.
Piggsy is a deranged and cannibalistic mass murderer who wears a skinned pig's head over his head while viciously slaughtering his victims with a chainsaw.
Piggsy!
What was that? Go check it out. Shit. Ascendant.
Appearing to be an obese, naked, middle-aged man, he is almost completely inhuman in behavior and has lost all connection with reality.
Piggsy's angry.
His mind is degraded into an animalistic or childlike state, as he seems to only be able to communicate using a few basic words or mimicking a pig's grunts and squeals.
No more. Pigsy's home.
His dialogue also strongly implies he may be mentally challenged. He is still smart enough, however, to use a chainsaw, run away from certain weapons being aimed at him, and to realize that stepping on a metal grate on the floor could be dangerous, given his weight.
Piggsy forgot why here.
Though ultimately he does make the mistake of doing exactly that.
Piggsy's gonna...
Piggsy is a remorseless killer, butchering all those who come across his path with a chainsaw. Because of this, Piggsy has become one of Starkweather's star performers in the Snuff films, slaughtering dozens if not hundreds of runners.
What the fuck is that?
Between filming, Starkweather would keep Piggsy chained up in the abandoned attic of his estate, while feeding him the remains of those who were killed in the films.
Enough fucking food, enough bullshitting. Give him fucking food. Oh, fuck. This guy fucking stinks. Just give him fucking food and let's get the hell out of here.
Despite the fact that they themselves were cold-blooded professional killers, many of the Cerberus operatives treated him with both genuine fear and disgust.
Oh, fuck. This guy fucking stinks.
Piggsy!
What the fuck is that? Send him.
Although technically serving as the penultimate boss of Manhunt, just before Starkweather himself.
Cash, I made you!
Piggsy is the final major adversary Cash faces off against in the game, and is himself a deadly opponent, in a manner unlike all of the other hunters or antagonists before him. Sometime before the events of Manhunt, Piggsy was enlisted by Starkweather to perform in a Snuff film ring, and it is more than likely that Piggsy was Cash's predecessor in the film. Piggsy had a long and successful career in Starkweather's company, starring in movies such as Piggsy's Greatest Hits and Piggsy's Bloopers. However, he eventually became a liability due to his unpredictable and overly savage behavior, eventually falling out of favor with Starkweather. But, as he still deemed Piggsy useful, he decided to lock him away in the attic before Cash's filming began. While locked away in the attic of Starkweather's mansion, Cerberus guards are seen feeding Piggsy human remains in the opening cutscene of Grounds for Assault.
Give him fucking food, enough bullshitting. Give him fucking food. Oh, fuck. This guy fucking stinks. Just give him fucking food and let's get the hell out of here.
Later in the opening cutscene of Train to Kill, Piggsy, likely fed up by his long imprisonment, is then seen breaking the chains that bind him and escaping. He then manages to arm himself with a chainsaw and begins his rampage.
Piggsy!
What was that? Go check it out. Maybe it is your day. Shit! What the fuck is that? Support! Repeat! Ascendant! Oh shit!
Piggsy eventually confronts Cash and ambushes him in the elevator. Luckily, Cash escapes the elevator, but then finds himself unarmed in the abandoned top floor of the mansion, with Piggsy hot on his trail. They hunt for each other in the attic until Cash is able to cripple Piggsy with 2 glass shards and a wooden spike. Piggsy, wounded, retreats to his lair.
No more!
Cash follows in pursuit and is ambushed by Piggsy once more.
Piggsy's angry!
He chases Cash to the very top of the estate's spiraling staircase, just outside of Starkweather's office, then confronts Cash for the final time.
Piggsy forgot why here. Piggsy's home! Piggsy's gonna
Shortly afterwards, Cash uses Piggsy's chainsaw to enter Starkweather's room to ultimately confront and kill the director with his favorite star's favorite weapon.
Cash, I made you!
The Cerberus are a private army hired by Starkweather mainly to protect him and his estate. They also help in the production of his snuff films by setting up cameras, blocking off streets, and transporting inmates such as James Earl Cash from place to place. They later mercilessly hunt for Cash in Starkweather's estate once he survives the Darkwoods Penitentiary, where the snuff film was supposed to end. As befitting their presence late in the game outside of cutscenes, the Cerberus are professionally trained and efficient killers that rarely travel alone. These hunters appear to be from military or high-ranking police backgrounds, as they have great knowledge of military tactics, training, and their use of phrases. They can be heard communicating in code and discussing military tactics in their fight against Cash. Some Cerberus members are also former NSA agents, as explained in the instruction manual, and the experience that those individuals bring to the table is a testament to their overall high levels of professionalism and skill. The Cerberus first appear once Cash has killed off all of the hoods and made it past the Carcer City Library, where they ambush him.
Get ready, boys. He's coming.
Cash is startled by this as they quickly beat him down and throw him in the back of their vehicle. They drop him off at Denton's junkyard to fight the Skins, and after the Skins gang have been defeated, the Cerberus captures Cash again and takes him to the Carcer City Zoo to battle the War Dogs. After Cash escapes the zoo, the Cerberus drop him off at the Carcer City Mall to collect a videotape and camera.
You just won't fucking die, will you?
And once Cash has killed the innocents at the Carcer City Chem Factory, he tries to run, but is captured once again. He is then dragged back to Darkwoods Penitentiary to face the Smileys.
Right here. Drop him.
The lunatics have taken over the asylum, Cash.
Starkweather had intended for Cash to be slayed by the Smileys at the end of the Darkwoods Penitentiary in order to end the Snuff film. However, Cash manages to kill them and heads for the exit, where the Cerberus are now guarding.
CCPD! Hold it right there!
Fucking A! We got him! Woohoo! Put your fucking hands up! Shoot that cop killer son of a bitch! Starkweather wants. Maybe today I kill you, maybe not. Kill the camera.
Piggsy!
What was that? Go check it out. Maybe it is your day. Shit! What the fuck is that? Support! Repeat! Send in! Oh shit!
Despite Starkweather's orders to keep Cash alive, they're preparing to execute him, but are interrupted by Piggsy. They investigate the disturbance and are subsequently killed by the deranged chainsaw-wielding man, allowing Cash to escape. They then patrol the mansion's outskirts and garden in search of both Piggsy and Cash.
Have you locked the elevator? Nobody gets anywhere near Starkweather. Give me the key. Yes, sir. I want you to go down to the basement and turn off the motor. We can't be safe with these two bastards running around. We're on it, sir.
Many Cerberus guards are killed by the two, and once Cash has reached the interior of the mansion, they shut down the power to the elevators to prevent him or Piggsy from reaching Starkweather. Cash would end up turning the power back on, killing more Cerberus and even the Cerberus leader in order to obtain the key to the elevator. After battling it with Piggsy, Cash would reach the office, where the last remaining Cerberus units are protecting Starkweather. They would soon be killed by Cash, wiped out for good.
We've lost.
What? Now you...
Oh, shut up and get some of your boys to take care of it. Don't file the arrest report. Don't kill him either. Send both to me.
Hey, remember who you're talking to, you son of...
Listen, you, it's your job to clean up the city's mess. That's what you get paid for.
The Carcer City Police Department is the corrupt law enforcement agency supposedly tasked with protecting Carcer City, appearing as hunters in the first Manhunt. The CCPD are Carcer City's main police force, led by the corrupt chief Gary Schaefer, who takes bribes from Lionel Starkweather to allow the director's Snuff film ring to operate within the city. As a result of this, the CCPD are mostly ineffective at their stated jobs, and are entirely used as pawns by Starkweather.
There ain't any escaping Carcer City, asshole!
The CCPD can be seen wearing an all-blue police uniform, sometimes accompanied by a black jacket or pants with yellow stripes. The officers can be heard muttering about selling stolen drugs, beating homeless people, and complaining about being forced to search for James Earl Cash, who they believe to be just another street thug or hobo.
I love a good hobo hunt.
Just as they are in real life, these police are usually found in groups, and are rarely seen alone or separated. Like other hunters, once they spot the corpse of a fellow police officer, they will fight noticeably harder and stick together, making it difficult to pick them off one by one. In the events of Manhunt, once Cash escapes the Darkwood Penitentiary, Ramirez is dispatched by the director to hunt him down in the Darkwoods district, but is himself killed by Cash, who manages to escape with the journalist's help. Starkweather, desperately wanting to stop Cash, calls in a favor to the corrupt chief, Gary Schaefer, and orders him to march his boys out to capture Cash.
We've lost.
What? Now you fucking...
Oh, shut up and get some of your boys to take care of it. Don't file the arrest report. Don't kill him either. Send both to me.
Hey, remember who you're talking to, you son.
Listen, you fuck, it's your job to clean up this city's mess. That's what you get paid for.
CCPD officers then flood the central district and patrol its streets and the area surrounding the journalist's apartment. The officers are under the impression that they are apprehending a junkie, likely a lie told to them by Schaefer.
You got it, I'll stay close.
Stick close and keep quiet. I'll
My
be
place
back
is upstairs.
soon.
Here, I got the keys.
He's really...
Don't leave me alone for that long again.
Hold up.
Okay, if you think it's safe. Everything I need is in that box under the table.
Good. Take it and get out of town.
But you're not coming with me?
I'm going to deal with Starkweather personally. Thank him for my second chance. You're my backup if I don't make it. Have a nice life.
This is dispatch. Seal the perimeter. Snipers have been ordered to move in.
Shit! We got plenty big trouble!
We better go see what's going on.
Cash manages to kill many of them, and then they guard the subway.
Sure, you'll never get out of that subway alive.
Roger, we're at the station.
This is Charlie Leader. Power has been shut off. Repeat, power is off.
They are then assisted by the SWAT when they shut down the subway.
This is Bravo Leader. Regroup at the tracks. Roger, Alpha Team. Charlie is en route from the precinct as we speak.
All of the officers are killed as Cash takes the subway to the train yard, where he is ultimately cornered by the SWAT. However, the Cerberus suddenly emerge and kill the remaining SWAT, incapacitating Cash and bringing him to Starkweather.
CCPD! Hold it right there!
Fucking A! We got him! Woohoo! Put your fucking hands up! Shoot that cop killer son of a bitch!